Hello, everyone, and welcome to my quick mini lesson on stretching out our small moments. So what I've done for this lesson is I've actually turned my chart paper into a smaller piece of paper, so it's a little bit easier for me to show you some of the editing and some of the things that we're going to be stretching out today right on this paper right here. So let me just make it a little bit bigger. There we go. So if you remember from my story, this is my very first page. When I arrived at school, parked my truck, and I started walking you all through my moment right on this first page. So this is what I have so far because I started writing, and I think that I've pretty much put everything down on this paper that I think will make a good small moment. So let's read it and find out. I arrived at school and heard some chirping. While this is correct, this is what I heard. Is it really a stretched out moment? Are there details? Let's look back in the picture because remember, we spent a lot of time on the pictures for this reason. Let's see. I can see my trees don't really have leaves on it, maybe some leaves, but not a lot. I can see that there's a sun in the background, but it's only like half of a sun. Wonder what time of day it might be. And I can see over here, oh, I've got some sound words in here. Chirp, chirp. Something's going on in that bush. So I've covered that with, I said that I heard some chirping. So I covered one of the things, one of the feelings that I had in this moment, which is what I was hearing. Some of the things I'm forgetting to do that we could do to make this moment even better would be to explain what is the setting like, all the stuff around me. Can I put that into words and really make this small moment really come to life? What else can I do? I told you what I heard. What was I thinking this morning? I haven't told you what was my thought process, what was going on in that moment. Before I come to school, I'm always super excited to see all my friends here and to see all the students. So I might talk about how excited I was for the day because truly every morning I'm very excited to see everyone here. So I might talk about that. And just thinking in general, it's probably going to be a great day, with such a beautiful setting going on. I was in a very good mood. So we have a little bit of work that we need to do on this page. So I'm going to have you follow along and help me out. And you know what's okay? It's totally okay to cross stuff off. And that's what I'm going to do with my piece of writing because we're going to have to move some things around. I arrived at school and heard some chirping. All right. Well, let's get rid of this last line for now because I think we can include that somewhere further down. So I arrived at school. Let's finish that sentence. We can just start it down here. Early in the morning. This is really helpful because sometimes it's hard to know what time of day it is. Whoever's reading my story really needs to know these things. Was I leaving school, going home, or was it first thing in the morning? And I can tell them right here, it was first thing in the morning. I arrived at school early in the morning. And now I'm going to go ahead and just explain a little bit more of the setting. It was a I'm going to use a juicy word here. It was a beautiful fall morning. And let's put a little bit of feeling into this new sentence as well. It was a beautiful fall morning, and I was so excited to see all my students, exclamation point, because that's true. I get this feeling a lot in the morning. I'm so excited to start learning and teaching with you. So that's just kind of my mood. I was so excited to see all of you. Now we can start talking about that chirping sound that's going on in my picture, right? In Because remember, at this point, I'm still like here near my truck. In the distance, I could hear some birds chirping. And I don't know about you guys, but when I hear that, as I'm walking into the school, it just puts me in a really good mood. It makes me think of how beautiful the scenery is outside, how beautiful nature is, and it just puts me in an overall great mood. And I'm going to put down right here at this moment, today. Oh, we ran out of room. That's why we have a backside. I'm actually going to use the backside of another paper because I'm doing this in marker. Remember, we usually do this in pencil. Today is going to be a great day. Wow, we added a ton of detail. Look at that. We went from one sentence, I arrived at school and heard some chirping, which was really all that really happened in this moment. But what we didn't do is we didn't talk about the setting. We didn't talk about how I was feeling and what I was really thinking. And that's how we can really, zoom in on these moments and make our readers feel like we're actually there in the moment and really stretching it out. So I'm going to read it all together now. I arrived at school early in the morning. It was a beautiful fall morning, and I was so excited to see all my students. In the distance, I could hear some birds chirping. Today is going to be a great day. And this is just my first page of my story. I haven't even really gotten to the meat of it. So what I'm tasking for you guys today, what I want you to do, I want you to go in and see a spot where you might have just a sentence or two, and feel free to cross out and move things around as you want and really zoom in on what's happening in that moment. Did you talk about the setting? Did you talk about all those feelings that you have? What were you thinking? What were you seeing? What were you feeling? Did you hear anything? Did you taste anything? Walk us through all of those senses that you have in that moment. And like I said before, sometimes you just need to close your eyes and pretend that you're back in that moment. All right. So go ahead, do some awesome writing today. Stretch out those moments. We should really be filling up the page with lots and lots of thought. Again, that's why there's a backside to these pages. I would like you to stretch onto those as well. So good luck. I can't wait to see the awesome work that you are doing.